Hi guys, today we're at Harbottle Castle. Alrighty then, we're at Harbottle. Pretty much a fairly ruinous castle. There's only a few walls left. I think it was probably well and truly pillaged for building stone many moons ago. So it's really just a motte and bailey construction. Obviously after William the Conqueror and all that, whoever was put in as Baron here needed a bit of a base to keep a watch over the locals, and obviously keep an eye over this valley. So it's been a few years since I've been here, and the last time I was here was a pretty cloudy day, whether it would be autumn or very early spring. There was no note on trees anyway. I'm here unfortunately in the middle of the day, but that's circumstances at the minute. So middle of summer, just about to hit lunchtime. So not ideal, but we don't really need details. We don't need good light for what we do. So let's do some shooting. Alright, now that some other visitors to the castle have disappeared and are now out of earshot, so I still don't like talking to this in front of folk. I got my first composition really, as if you were setting up for normal landscape photography. You still got to set up your composition almost traditionally, obviously without a tripod, but get yourself into positions where the features of the landscape hit in the right places, that kind of thing. Leading lines, you still got to think about these things if you're doing exactly what I do. So thinking about that, I've got this huge lump of wall here as a foreground interest. We've then got the continuation of the wall up onto the top, and that buttress or whatever the hell it's been. That's really what I'm aiming for, as being the main feature. So got these elements all together. Quite nice. It would make quite a nice picture in good light. Maybe the winter kind of sunset, because it would be more in that direction, not that direction. It would make a nice shot for that, with a bit of colour and all that. But as you may well have seen in my reasons to try ICM, if I've made it yet, and if I've released it before I release this video, one of the advantages of ICM is you don't need good light to make images. You can shoot in any light. You just got to know how to control your camera, really. So one thing I'm trying to achieve with this image is I'm trying to accentuate the slopes of is that the motte or is that the bailey? The hill bit. I'm not a castle historian, I'm not really sure. So the hilly bit, they're already quite steep, but using camera motion, trying to accentuate those slopes even further, just by twisting the camera as I'm taking the shots. So I'm going to continue doing that, try to fire out the rest of this vlog before anybody else turns up. I'm hunting for another composition. I think I've pretty much maxed out that angle. See, one of the things about ICM is you do take a crap load of images. Normal landscape photography, you'd find your composition, wait for the light, press the shutter, and you're done. Whether that's a bracket or a long exposure or just normal, taking the shot when it's ready to take. I've got to take pretty much hundreds to get one shot, just so I've got choice where I can blend things together. So it does take a little bit longer and you create a hell of a lot more data. One of the disadvantages. And from this side of the keep, there's not a lot. There's no distinguishing points. To me, the impressive part of Harbottle Castle, apart from its setting, because it's beautiful. It's a stunning, scorching day as well. To me, probably the one shot of Harbottle Castle is that one side, that one buttersea side of what's remaining of the keep. It's it's got the leading line and all that kind of stuff in. To me, that's your shot. A closer in and go back to the same spot. I do a more zoomed in version because I was shooting pretty wide, so I think I'll just head back to that spot. Maybe there's a slight variation on it and shoot 35 mil, just to try to get as much impact from that standing turret, whatever the hell you call it. Actually, I'm wishing I'd brought my tripod now, purely for this scene, nice and wide. Had I had my tripod with us, I think I would have bunged on 16 stops of filter, 10 stop, double it up with my 6 stop, and just shot that cloud just streaking across the top of the castle. I think I would have looked pretty canny, but didn't bring it, so I've just snapped a quick 3-shot bracket, which I can take back home, turn it black and white, erase all the other clouds, position that cloud in the middle, smack bang in the middle of the composition, and away we go. Should be a nice black and white shot. A bit, was it Cole Thompson, the black and white shooter? Very distinctive, very simple compositions. He was a bloody good photographer anyway. I can't mind if it was Cole Thompson or somebody else. I'll have to do my research and I'll include the name here below when I work it out, if I work it out. And in fact, I think I might move positions, come away down the bottom of the slope, and see if I can get that shot with a cloud in the middle of that leading line. So we'll do that before it blows away. Well, I'm down the bottom of the slope, and it's still a nice composition. That cloud's still there. It would be nice if it was a bit closer together, not quite disjointed. Is that the right word? Spread out. So I'm going to quickly shoot this. Stop talking to you. This is what annoys me about some vloggers. You're seeing a beautiful scene going on in the background, and all they're doing is yak, 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 and I'm screaming at them, going, take the bleeding shot. So I'm going to do what I do, but take the shot. Well, I had to take it bloody quickly, because it just disappeared. Sun's obviously that warm, it's just any small cloud, and it's just melting it away. So what I've done, there was a couple of more clouds coming across, and they were disappearing just as quickly. So I've shot them with the same bracket. So what I might do is just bring those two clouds and position them up there above the castle in post. And don't call it cheating, it's called art, right? Currently a cloud in the way, so I'm just going to wait for that to come out and do a bit more ICM from down here. Move back, and I think it'll be pretty much home time for lunch. thing I was going to quickly mention, I've moved back to this position back here, and there's a bit of a wider field. Apart from this other smaller slope, because of that small, would it be the outer bailey? Don't know. History, not a complete buff. From this angle, it's really killing the drama of the slope of the main bailey. So it's not really working it from back here. But one thing I thought I would better note is when I'm composing, especially from this kind of distance, I'm shooting with the horizon maybe in the top third, because when, obviously, if you've seen my editing videos, you'll know that I turn things upside down and overlay. And if you turn things upside down and overlaying, and all you've got is blank sky to play with, then you haven't got any of that pixel interaction when they start working together. And if it's blank, then it's going to not really work. So distance like this, I'm shooting with the landscape higher, because when I spin that around, there'll be more foreground interest or midground interest, and more coloured pixels with data in it for it to interact. And then obviously after that you can gain a crop and fake sky and things like that to give you a deeper image. Just something I thought I would point out while we're doing this. And I think this composition isn't really working from this distance. It may do in post, but at the minute I'm not feeling it, because we are losing the drama with that mound in the foreground, because it's just making it one big mound, and you can't, because of the harsh light, you can't see the defining line between the two of them, because they do dip quite a bit over the back there. So yeah, I think I'm going to just move a bit further up, do a wider bit shot, and then I think we're probably done for today. So I've got a load more data for tonight's live stream, so I've got something to edit tonight. So by the time this vlog gets out, that live stream will have happened long ago. So I'll stick the link for that live stream in just up here, and remember, you can join me every Tuesday night at 7:30 UK time for my weekly live stream, Tuesday night edits. So until the next vlog or the next live stream, whenever you see us next, catch you later. Bye.
I'm Andy Gray, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram on @AndrewSGray, and visit my website andrewsgray.photography.